What is going on, everybody? It's your boy, your man, your confidant. I don't know what other words to describe myself. It's me, Brent Mukai, voice actor, improv trainer, entertainer. What's going on with you? How are you doing? I hope you're doing well. I am doing fantastic. I'm feeling good. Um, this is the last week, I guess, of what's going on. It's hard. It's hard for me right now to talk about the last week because it hasn't been it's been an eventful week in that it hasn't been an eventful week. Like nothing came up. There wasn't anything crazy going on. It was a week where I just got a chance to work hard, do my shit that I love to do. In one day, I did 38 fucking auditions for voice acting. So I'm super happy about that. Already booked. I booked like a few jobs this week. I booked like shit. I booked like 5 jobs, 5 or 6 projects. One off of people who like me and like the shit that I'm doing and the community that I don't know how else to say it. They've found me. They said we'd love you to be the voice of our podcast. They're called The Disposable Show. You can check them out on Twitch. They're gonna have their intros, and I did their intros. Very fun job. Very fun gig. Shout out to you guys. Thank you so much for hiring me to do your intros. It's just an honor to do. Also got a job. It's gonna broadcast in Polynesian Islands, I guess, about warnings and blah blah blah. I booked a job with Oracle Healthcare, doing some videos, a slew of videos for them, and then got jobs from an already established client of mine that hires me for political job gigs for some guy in Maui named Mike Victorino. So it's pretty cool. It's been a kick-ass week in terms of work, in terms of everything. I mean, I'm getting my shit together. I'm putting it all in a pile, and I'm dealing with it. I met up with some friends. We discussed some marketing shit. I'm about to be going so fucking hard on LinkedIn. Like, I don't know if you are on LinkedIn. I don't know what your profession is, but it just seems like the professional. Like, it seems like Facebook with a suit and tie, and I've been dragging my feet on it, and it's finally time. It's time to fucking just go all in on it. So I'm working on that as well. Um, as far as work job stuff is going, it's going fucking awesome. Whenever I get my chance to sit and do my shit and just go and do my shit, like it always works out. So it's just when I fall out of rhythm that it gets a little tough to get back into rhythm. So I'm keeping that in mind because this weekend it's hard to talk about my last week because this weekend is about to be insane. I am part of a community called of the other podcast that I've talked repeatedly about, called the Ice Cream Social, Matt and Mattingly's Ice Cream Social. These guys put me on in a big way. I mean, they gave me a lot of opportunities, a lot of chances. I opened for their improv show that they did on Twitch. They've had me on their podcast, which is wildly successful. And this weekend they are throwing a festival, a full-on festival for fans of the podcast. Tonight is like the first official day. They did a show last night that I went to. They kicked ass. They crammed in so many people into this tiny little theater. Like that, we definitely broke some fucking fire code laws for sure. Like, it was the coolest fire hazard in all of Las Vegas was last night at Cockroach Theater. These two guys are kicking ass. They're doing shit, but more importantly, the cool part is that they are spreading that love. And tonight I'm going to be performing stand up for the first time in almost a year. It's been almost a fucking year. And I don't know if I talk about it on the podcast a lot, but I did stand up for about 4 years, 4.5 years. Um, really, really love it. It's cool getting that instant feedback, the instant gratification, the working hard on working on your jokes and all that stuff. I'm about a year out of practice with it. So I had to dig up my old material and re-remember it. Um, and I'm excited. Like they asked me if I wanted to do it, and a part of me was like, ugh, should I? Like, should I do that? Because it's either that or I just don't do anything for this variety show that they got going on tonight. So I said yes because I'm like, I know how to work a crowd. I haven't lost a step or a beat um on how to work with a crowd. Like I'm still doing improv shows. I'm still keeping those chops fresh and up. Um Not any less intimidating. Plus I heard on their podcast that there are going to be a lot of big influential people there tonight wanting to check out the variety show, wanting to see their friends because there are a lot of famous people that are going to be in it. Locally famous, some and beyond famous, but yeah. So this weekend's kind of a crazy one. This is why I'm recording so late. It's 7:37 p.m. right now. I should have recorded it last night, but we partied. I was out till about 3:30 in the morning. Probably didn't get to sleep till about 4:35 in the morning. And it's just going to be a jam-packed weekend. Man, just it's going to be jam-packed. And I'm doing something tomorrow that I can't talk about, or I probably can talk about, but I don't want to talk about. I want it to be a surprise. But I'm working on something, and it's my asshole is not gonna unclench until I do it. Like this is gonna be good fodder for next week because I can talk about all of the stuff that I'm about to go do. Um. So yeah, this is like this week, podcast wise for me, it's probably gonna be tough. Like it's probably gonna be tougher because it's like, and here, you know what, let's do this. Let's talk. Let's talk about this community and this group. I've gotten a chance to open for the show. I've gotten a chance to be on the show. I've gotten a chance to get to know these people in this community. And it's been fucking amazing. Like these people are just good, salt of the earth, just real nice people that are just genuinely kind-hearted and good. And that's kind of the community that they've built. And I think that that's fucking incredible. And they've let me be a part of that community and not just be a part of it, right? But to perform with them and to fill in for them when one of them was not there. I got a chance to do the actual improv show that they do called The Bucket Show. They've just given me options. I mean, the streaming that I do on Saturday nights, that's their show. That's their channel, their Twitch channel. And, they're so nice that they say that I'm helping them out by doing that, which I get. It is a bit of a quid pro quo, but they don't have to. They don't have to fucking do that for me. I mean, they don't have to. It doesn't have to be me. So I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled that they've let me into this community, and put me on a high pedestal. That sometimes, it's called imposter syndrome. That's like the whole thing. It's called imposter syndrome, and I get that from time to time. And now I'm here, and there are all these people, and it's fucking incredible, and it's amazing, and like, it's a little overwhelming, to be honest. There are people coming up to me, shaking my hand, people that I've never met before. A bunch of them that I met last year for a very, very short amount of time. And but more so, I guess, people that don't, they know me from the show, from some form, way, shape, or form from that show. And so, I mean, dude, I would be lying if I said it was anything but incredible. It's humbling for people to be like. I was having a conversation last night, and somebody was saying that they were freaking out meeting me. Like Who the fuck am I? I'm just some dude, right? It's cool. It's so fucking cool. Like, I can't, like, this is the closest thing to being like a celebrity that you can get to, or that I've gotten to, rather, and that you can get to be a celebrity. Maybe you are. Maybe you're listening and you're already a celebrity. Cardi B, are you listening to this? If you don't know who that is, that's all right. I barely know. I just know the name, and that she sings. I don't know much else, so you're not alone. um, but yeah, I, man, like it's trippy. It's out of this world to have this. And so, but and it is weird too, because like I don't know like how to be sometimes. I'm being myself. Um but yeah, there's like a portion of it where I'm sitting around and I'm like, wow, these people like know what I do and have an opinion about my comedy and have seen me and have formed a relationship with me. And I talk with some of these people on Facebook all the time, and it's electronic, and I'm making friends and all that stuff. Um it's humbling. It really is. And I like, I'm willing to admit this. I am not the best when it comes to like social interaction, and like big groups sometimes get to me. So I find myself struggling a bit with it all. I'm trying my best. I hope nobody within the community thinks that I'm some weirdo or something. But yeah, it's a bit overwhelming. It's a bit overwhelming in the best possible way. But I'm learning a lot about myself right now. Like, this is cool, and it's cool to be known. You know, I just want to know all of these other people. I want to know them. Like, and for a lot of them, I do know, but some of them, I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I saw you and I met you, but I'm meeting so many people at once. Like, it's like, oh shit, like I don't remember that guy's name, and I feel bad. And like, I can't even imagine being like at a point where you're like famous, and like you, like, how can you like know all of the, it's impossible to know all your fans when you have fame. How do you do that? How do you, like, it's been on my mind today, because there's not a lot of people, but I'm getting the feeling like, oh fuck, it's hard for me to remember all of these people. Like, I'm not the best memorizer in the first place, but like, man, it's cool though. I mean, these past couple days, like today and yesterday, have just been fucking, it's just been really weird, in a good way, like really cool weird. I can't even guess where I'm going to be in another 5 years, right? Like, it's impossible for me to even guess. If you had told me 5 years ago that I'd be doing what I'm doing now, I would have told you, get the fuck out of here. There's no way. There's no way that I'd be as successful as I am right now. Like, and I'm not even that successful, but to me 5 years ago, this is like living the life. Like having my own business, doing my own thing, not being held down by a job. 5 years ago, that wasn't fucking possible. And it's and now to see it, and people are listening to this podcast and they're telling me about it. This fucking thing. They're telling me about listening to this podcast and meeting me and it being cool, and that's this is a new step for me. This is definitely a new thing for me. Like, I'm evolving and I'm learning how to deal with this, because that's the point of the podcast, right? Is that I keep building it and it keeps growing. But yeah, at the end of the day, I keep thinking, like, I'm humble with it, and I keep thinking, who the fuck am I? Who the fuck am I? That these people would come and say these nice things and be cool and be nice to me and listen to my pod, like have like care about what the fuck I have to talk about for 30, 40 minutes a week, like get the fuck out of here. But people exist like that, and it's incredibly humbling. And it's something I need to get over because I keep saying, "Who the fuck am I?" And I need to be willing to stand there and say, "I'm Brent Mukai, and I've fucking worked, and I've worked really hard, and you know, I've earned this. I've earned what I have. I don't, and a lot of people say I deserve it. I don't think for a second I deserve any of these wonderful things, but I definitely will say I've earned them. Like I've worked hard, really fucking hard, and had a lot of heartbreak and had a lot of shit over the years, but I'm here. And I mean, whether you're here and you're listening to this on your way back home, or you're listening to this tonight in your hotel room, or you know what I mean? Like I'm meeting people who are listening to this podcast, and I'm gonna get a chance to see you over this weekend. Like if you're listening to this, thank you so fucking much. Understand that if I seem weird at all, it's not anything to do with you. It's everything to do with me going through this transitional period where I'm having to accept this idea that that I'm, you know what I mean? I it's hard. It's hard for me to grasp it all. Um. So yeah, I mean, or you, whether you're listening to that and you're here, or whether you're listening to this and you're not here, I don't care. Like, thank you so much. I thank you. Like, I don't care if you're here telling me these good things. I don't care if you are somewhere else just emailing me things. I don't care. You know, like all of these wonderful fucking things. And it's not that I don't care. It's just I have no preference of how you're listening to this or what you're thinking or your thoughts. But if you are listening to this, I really thank you. Cause it's crazy to me to know that anybody cares. Like that it's insane, and it's beautiful, and it fills my heart so much. Um, and gives me so much hope for what's to come. Like I feel like I'm doing something right here. These wonderful things are happening. It's not by accident. Like I want these things, and now I'm getting. You know, I'm starting to build it. So I guess what I'm trying to say is thank you so much. Thank you, all of you. I know that I say it all the time, but I want you to know that I'm never just giving you lip service. This is something that's really fucking crazy to me. So, for those of you I've met, for those of you who have contacted me and reached out, thank you. If you have a thought about this podcast, one way or another, any type of anything, please let me know. It's life to me. It's seriously, it is life giving to me. Like I'm not doing ads for fucking Dollar Shave Club. Like I'm not looking for money. I'm not looking for any of that. All I want right now is just feedback and just what you think, because those of you who have reached out to me, it means the fucking world. So I'll have a lot of updates next week about how this weekend went. I'm super excited for that. And in the meantime, I'll keep giving you content. I'll keep doing this. Promise me you'll keep fucking listening and absorbing and hanging with me. So, thank you, everybody. There's no fucking like nothing I give can I guess not make up for, but nothing I do like will ever be enough of a thanks for how much I appreciate you. So there's that. I guess in review, good fucking week. Here's to many more. Some interesting stuff that I can't share. Some secrets that I can't share that I'll talk about on the next episode. But yeah, I will see you soon. Thanks again. Love you.